Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the Colorado Rockies.
And now, please welcome.
And we'll be back to the first pitch right after this.
Colorado Rockies.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. And today's starting pitcher, German Marquez. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Here's Mike Tauchman. And that's a little bit high. And we're underway here this afternoon. And a pitch. Outside low. Now 2-0. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Streaks through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with two strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
So here's Robert now. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. And La Pantera sends it out of here. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Singy Statcast tells us exactly what we were all thinking. That ball went a long way.
Yeah, just shy of 500 feet. Unreal power.
One out, base is empty. Now here is Andrew Benintendi. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Marquez, a former All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And they'll do it again. Hit hard, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Really nice job, a two-strike hit and that at bat. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Andrew Vaughn now. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. Lead runner holds at third, so two runners in scoring position and just one out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
So two in scoring position with one out. Here's Josh Rojas. Golden opportunity right here. Ball one on a pitch inside.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 on, 1 out. outside. And the count is 2-0.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Doyle settles underneath it. Makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sac fly. It's 2-0.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
Let's go, Rockies!
Ball one there.
No strike.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Up the middle, Estrada. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the White Sox 2 and the Rockies coming up. Back here at Coors Field. On the hill here today, Martin Perez. How about a scouting report on him?
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, Boog, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle.
Center fielder.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. On the ground to the left. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw is late, and he reaches safely. So a man at first. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Man at first, 1 away.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Late on that fastball.
0-2 is the count. One ball.
In the dirt, blocked. McMahon leads off first with 1 away. Slides, but it gets by him. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, 1 out. Next is switch hitting first baseman Michael Toglia. Just missed. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And a foul ball. And that one sliced foul. The 1-2. And that one missing low. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here's Bryant now. Little chopper rolls foul. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second.
Nope. 1-1.
Just
Nope,
missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Sneaks through, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and two gone.
Left fielder, Nolan.
Now here's Nolan Jones. That's a little bit low. Bases loaded, two down. Late swing, foul to the left. Two outs. And a count 1-2. Down the line, and it's foul. Pitch misses. 2-2.
That's a really good take.
And just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Second inning set to go. Now it's the DH, Miguel Vargas.
Let's go, Rockies.
That's in there. That's strike one. Just missed. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Outside low, 2-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. A little bit high, and the count's full. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. McMahon to second, over to first, safe.
Batting ninth, catcher, Corey Lee.
Here's Corey Lee. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And that one is going to go. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's 4-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Tachman batting with one down, takes a strike. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
That misses. And that's ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Way high.
That's a ball. 2-2 the count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
McMahon fires over to first. And they take care of Robert for the out. And that is the inning. But the White Sox with a 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Denver, Thairo Estrada to the plate. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Robert tracks it down for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Clips the outside corner, and the count 1-1.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball,
that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Jacob Stallings now. On the ground to third. Rojas throws on to first. That is the inning. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Top half of the third inning. Now the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi. Marquez back to work.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking
Two
balls
balls,
away.
no
I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Swing and a ball popped up. McMahon makes the grab, and there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Doubled his first time.
Let's go, Rockies!
And a breaking ball misses outside. 1 out, bases empty. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That one laced to center and a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
So up next for
Josh
Chicago,
Rojas.
Josh Rojas. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. That one's in there. Strike 1. Rojas tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Did not go. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swung on, belted. That one's deep. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. With such an emphasis on launch angle, a low curveball plays right into the hands of those guys at the plate. Really good job of going down there and letting that swing work to get it back up into the air.
Here's Bud Black towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change here. German Marquez is done in this one, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Tanner
for the
Gordon
Rockies.
comes on now.
I think it's got to be a little
Number
tough
29.
coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's the second baseman, Lenin Sosa. And misses inside. The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. He swings and fouls one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Stallings collects, fires to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement,
Chicago,
but most of the good ones
designated
have
hitter,
both vertical
Miguel
depth
Vargas.
and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Next is the designated hitter, Miguel Vargas. And that one is inside ball 1. The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's in there.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. As we go to the last of the third, here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. And there's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, third baseman,
Brian McMahon steps to the plate. Reached on an infield single his first time. And there's a foul ball. Doyle gets his lead at first with nobody out. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ezekiel
Tovar digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ground ball left side. Tags the runner for 1. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Now batting, first baseman, Michael Toglia.
Wow, Singy, he showed off great reaction time and arm strength on that play. We need to take another look at it.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. I mean, the StatCast numbers are absolutely impressive, but that's one of those plays I appreciate more with the naked eye. The reflexes, top-notch, and this guy's a magician with the glove.
Here's Michael Toglia. He's 0 for 1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Comes up empty.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A 2-run shot, and they cut into the deficit. It's 6-2.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the lob, and gets the home run.
Here's Bryant now. Swing and a chopper out to short. In time to Vaughn. That's the third out. Baldwin.
Brooks Baldwin.
Gordon, 27 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick. back in 2019. To the right side. Sends it to Tolia. One up, one down.
Now batting, catcher Corey Lee.
Corey Lee getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one.
Let's go, Rockies!
And that one pulled foul. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. And that's downstairs and outside. A little out front there as he swings through it.
So far, all we've
One
seen
ball,
in this at-bat are
two strikes.
fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that
Yep,
one
that
off
ball
the
went out.
outside edge. And it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. Goes down looking. Back to the top of the
Now
lineup.
batting,
Mike
right
Tauchman
fielder,
steps
Mike
to the plate for the
Tauchman.
White Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. That finds the mark on the inside corner. 2 outs, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one misses up and in. Now 2-2. Fly ball, center field, Doyle. Corrals it. And that is that. Bottom of the 4th,
Leading
so in
off
now
for
for
the
Colorado,
Rockies,
Nolan
left
Jones.
fielder, Nolan Jones.
Let's go, Rockies!
There's a strike.
But all these Rockies, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay with it?
This one's into the gap in left center, and that should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now, Tyro Estrada, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center, and
Outside,
ball
that's a ball.
1. Jones at second with nobody out. And that's
Ball
off
inside.
the inside edge. Ball 2. And another ball. And there's a strike. Runner at second, nobody out. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in, but it's offline.
No, he beat it.
Man at first, nobody out. Sean Bouchard now at the plate. Right through there for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. On to Vaughn, 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jacob Stallings digs in now. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-1. Ball 1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Up the middle. On to first. They get the out on Stallings. That's the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 6-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Luis Robert Jr.
Let's go, Rockies! Get out of here, Chicago!
And that drops in for a strike. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Justin Lawrence getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Alexander getting cranked up as well. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 7-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
And another ball. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Grounds 1 to short. Tovar. 1 away here in the 5th. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Let's go, Rockies!
There's a strike. And that one wrapped foul.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Rojas lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Popped up to the left into foul ground. McMahon sizes this one up, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 7-3. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Brenton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 down.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar, 1 for 2. First pitch misses.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting first.
Next for Colorado, Michael Toglia. He's already homered in this game. And that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So 1 left for Colorado. Deficit remains at 4. It's 7-3. All set for the top of the 6th. And now it's going to be Lenny Sosa. Gordon back to work. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. And that is out of play. Cut on and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Vargas
Inside,
stands
ball
in
one.
now, looks at that one inside. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swings through that.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
That's ball
Now he's
2.
just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
The 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there, and with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
Baldwin in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Up the middle, makes the sliding stop, over to first, and he beats the throw, shows off the wheels right there, an infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
And here's the catcher, Corey Lee, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
First
Ball
offering
one, no
misses
strike.
badly for ball 1. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Lucas Gilbreth getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Left field. And that'll do it. The White Sox lead 1, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the DH, Chris Bryant. Just missed.
All these Rockies doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Fires over to first. Bryant out on the play.
Now batting, left fielder, Nolan Jones.
Here's the left fielder, Nolan Jones. And first offering is fouled off. That one pushed foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Rips that one to right. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Martin Perez out of the game. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this.
Now pitching for
Number
Chicago.
64 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
One out, runner at second. Next to hit for the Rockies, Thairo Estrada. That misses. Ball one. They tried to get him to chase on a slider, down and away.
No strike.
That one in there across the letters. Jones leads off second with one gone in the inning. That one fouled off, 2-2. Man at second. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. And now the right fielder,
Now
Sean
batting,
Bouchard.
Right fielder, Sean Bouchard.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Man on second, 2 down. That one hit to right. Tachman. And makes the grab. And that will end the inning. The Rockies strand one. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Scott Alexander.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Back to the top of the order now. Mike Tachman steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 in this one.
Let's go, Rockies!
That one pushed to the left and foul. Alexander, in his 8th season, he features a sinker, a slider, and he works in a changeup. And the lefty with the 0-1. Next offering is outside. On the ground to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
And now here. And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And strike 2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swing and a miss. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Andrew Benintendi steps up, 1 for 3. That's outside. 1-0.
Yeah.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for Chicago, first baseman Andrew Vaughn.
And next to hit for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Let's go, Rockies.
And that's off the outside edge. Ball 1. And that clips the inside corner. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So 1 left for the White Sox, but they still lead it 7-3. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Jacob Stallings.
Catcher, Jacob Stallings.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And down on strikes he goes. And a quick out, number 1. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
That one not close, and it's 1-1. That's to third. A dive. He's got it. Gathers and throws. And that's a great play for the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And it is 2-1. And there's a ball. This one in the air, right field. Tachman makes the grab, and that's the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. We look ahead to inning number 8. White Sox 7 and the Rockies 3.
Now pitching.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Justin Lawrence.
Number 61. Justin Lawrence.
So digging in, Josh Rojas.
Third baseman.
And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. That one outside. And that's ball 1.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third. McMahon fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down here at the top of the 8th.
Designated hitter, Miguel Vargas.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Ball 1, no strikes. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Victor Vodnik getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Gilbreth warming up as well. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And now 2 balls and a strike.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This one popped up right side. Estrada on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jordan Leisure.
Jordan Leisure.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ezekiel Tovar.
Ezekiel Tovar.
And first offering is fouled off. On the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 out now.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Michael Tolio, the next to hit. First pitch, not close. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Tyler Gilbert up and throwing. The Rockies down by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Outside. Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Rojas snags it, 2 down.
Up next for the Rockies, designated hitter, Chris Bryant.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Chris Bryant. That clips the corner. In the air, right field. Tachman gets under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the inning. Back here in Denver, and now Brooks Baldwin.
Shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
Lawrence back to work. Nasty pitch right there. That's strike 1. Just missed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Gonna count 1 and 2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Caught him looking for the K.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Lee stands in now and watches strike 1. Lawrence throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. That missed by a lot, and it's a ball and a strike.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone. You got a better chance of having success.
Now fly ball to right center. Doyle, long run on his horse. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Tachman in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Not close with that one, and 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Out towards right center field. Bouchard sizing this one up, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. White Sox 7 and the Rockies 3. All set for the bottom
Leading
of
off
the
for the
ninth.
Rockies,
So in now for Colorado,
left fielder,
Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones.
That misses
Ball one,
the
no
zone,
strike.
and it's 1-0. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He makes the grab. One up, one down.
Now batting, second baseman.
He's 2 outs away. Estrada getting ready to hit. That's ripped to right down the line.
Nope, that's
and foul ball. The White Sox leading by 4 here in the last half of inning number 9. Ripped to third. Rojas throws on to first. And Estrada is out.
Now batting, right fielder, Sean Bouchard.
So they're down to their final out. Next for Colorado, Sean Bouchard. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
And it's fouled away.
Come on, Rockies.
Leisure is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.